As part of addressing challenges faced by defunded students and those classified as the missing middle, the Student Representative Council at Wits launched the Kobo Thuto Wits SRC Legacy Fund. Through the initiative, the SRC aims to raise 15 million rand that will be matched by the institution to a total of 30 million rand. SRC President believes the fund will go a long way in guaranteeing the right to education for deserving students.
The Wits SRC is launching the Kobo Thuto SRC Legacy Fund, which is aimed at alleviating challenges faced during registration by learners coming from the missing middle and those who were actually financially excluded. But I'm actually joined now by the SRC President to elaborate a bit further on this. Nombulelo Chiya, thank you so much for your time. Can you just elaborate a bit further on this Kobo Thuto SRC Legacy Fund and the issues that it's meant to alleviate? Thanks.
Greetings to everyone at home. Thank you so much for the question that is posed. The Kobo Thuto SRC Legacy Fund is meant at ensuring that they alleviate the issues of financial exclusion. Students at Wits University cannot be able to register because they were financially excluded. Some have benefited from hardship fund, but their 50% outstanding fees have still not been covered. Some students have been defunded by NSFAS. Some students don't have the means to pay for the entire outstanding debt that they're currently owing. The SRC Kobo Thuto Legacy Fund is meant to ensure that we fundraise enough funds to ensure that all of these students are able to come back and get enrolled within the institution. It's not only a fundraising campaign, but it is a call for action for everyone to be able to come on board and ensure that all of these students are able to acquire their qualification, go back to their communities and give back to their communities. We're aiming at ensuring that we raise 15 million, but the people at home can donate as little as 100 rands, and you can be able to make this donation in the Wits SRC website. And therefore, we're calling all people to make donations towards this fund, ensuring that the Wits SRC students or the Wits students are able to come back and get enrolled within the institution. It's not only about acquiring a degree, it's about ensuring that people go back to their communities and they alleviate the poverty. It's about ensuring that these students are able to acquire their degrees and solve the issues that we're currently facing within the country. We have a huge unemployment rate, and therefore we must be able to ensure that we contribute to such solutions that exist within the place to ensure that we face, or rather we deal with all of the issues we have within our country.
And there is a high demand for funding, especially for first-year students who apparently a majority of whom are coming from quintile 1 to 3 schools. So you can imagine most of them are from previously disadvantaged backgrounds. How are you going to prioritize the most deserving out of a majority of those that will be coming to apply here at Wits?
So when it comes to ensuring that we take this fund and ensure that it benefits those who are the most deserving, we have what we call the criteria. So this is where we are able to check the social background of the students, because our main priority is to ensure that education is free for all people regardless of their economic backgrounds, ensuring that we cater for the students who come from the missing middle, students who come from the working class within the society. So we are able to ensure that we check the social background of all of these students and ensure that we take the ones who are the most deserving to benefit from this SRC fundraising campaign or from this SRC fund. So when it comes to the picture of ensuring that the people, or rather the students who are mostly deserving, we can be able to have the criteria in place to ensure that all of the students who are the most deserving and have to get this fund as soon as possible, acquire the fund and get assistance as soon as possible.
And in terms of making sure that, it goes beyond your tenure as the SRC President, how will you sustain this going forward?
So the SRC Kobo Thuto Legacy Fund doesn't belong to me, neither does it belong to the SRC. It belongs to the community and the people. And when you speak about the SRC fundraising campaign, we're able to ensure that you speak to different sponsors and different donors who are going to keep on putting something towards the fund even after we've left the SRC tent. You have, for instance, Mr. Motepe, who always ensures that he donates towards the SRC 1 million each and every year. So what we're aiming to do is ensure that we get those different sponsors who are going to be donating each and every year, ensuring that the SRC fundraising campaign, the Kobo Thuto SRC Legacy Fund, lives even after we've left the tent. So that's how we're going to be able to ensure that we sustain this SRC Legacy thing, we sustain this SRC fund, and even after we've left the tent, we don't leave students with same issues and having to deal with one and the same issues even in the years to come. So when it comes to the sustainability, we have different sponsors, different donors who are going to be donating towards the SRC Kobo Thuto Legacy Fund as the years go by.
In terms of the historic debt itself, which is sitting at over $1 billion, how do you see, this particular initiative sort of easing the pressure, especially on the institution, considering that they have also sort of costs that they have to also deal with?
The issue of student debt is not a Wits issue. It's the crisis at Wits, but it's an issue that is faced across the entire country. So with the SRC Kobo Thuto Legacy Fund, and we're aiming to raise the 30 million, we are aiming to raise 15 million on our own and matched by the Vice Chancellor with the another 15 million, which will amount to the 30 million. So this 30 million is meant to ensure that we deal with the crisis of registration that currently exists within the institution. However, when you speak about the sustainability, it comes to the picture to say that the fund is not only aiming to raise 30 million and it ends there. The 30 million is the start. We're aiming to raise even more than that. Hence, I even spoke about the sustainability part to say that the 30 million is the start. We have to ensure that this thing is sustainable even for the next SRC that has to come, even to ensure that the next students who are going to be coming after us benefit from this SRC Legacy Fund campaign. So the 30 million is a start. We're aiming to even raise much more higher, ensuring that this fundraising campaign is sustainable even for the next students who are going to come after us.
Take us through those that actually want to donate. What do they have to do? What is the platform that they use?
So we're calling upon all people from the public, we're calling all people from the community, corporate partners, the private and the public sector to come into the picture, the sympathizers of the student movement to come into the picture and donate. So each and every person who wants to donate can be able to do so through going to the Wits SRC website, and each and every details will be directed from the website. People can donate as little as 100 rands. It's not only about donating, but it's about breaking barriers and ensuring that we're building futures for the South Africans and ensuring that the future of South Africa is in good hands. So people can donate as little as 100 rands, people can donate as little as 200 rands. They can be able to do so by going to the Wits SRC website, and they'll be able to be taken step by step when it comes to donations.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. As you heard, that's Wits SRC President actually appealing to the public to say that those that are sympathetic to the student movement can actually start in assisting them to reach their target of 15 million, of which the institution has actually pledged to actually match that particular figure.